We talk about movies that were out when we were growing up. The good ones, the cheesy ones, and the awful ones. Mark and Derry tell us if the movies hold up today. Welcome to the Hold Up. 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 Welcome to the Hold Up.
All right. We are
All right,
recording.
I think here. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, beautiful.
Tell you a
day.
story. Tell you a story about my week real quick.
Yeah, what'd you have?
So Tuesday night, and I'll be able to post a lot of stuff up here because I went to a concert. It'll be fun to share with everybody. Tuesday night, I went and saw one of my favorite bands to go see live, Seven Dust. I saw them at the factory or the Bomb Factory or whatever the hell they're calling it now in Dallas.
Yeah.
And we went, had a great time. None of the opening bands were really anything that I've listened to a terrible lot. There was this band called Atreyu that was hot back in like maybe the late 2000s, early 2010s, and they were good. They sounded good, but not a lot of music that I had really ever paid attention to before. And Seven Dust came out and they whooped ass for about an hour and 25 minutes, and it was awesome. And it was
How old are
me
those
and my
guys?
wife.
How old
and,
is Seven Dust?
Huh?
How old are the guys in Seven Dust? How old is that
A
group?
little older than we are, probably. They formed in 97, maybe.
Right. For anybody who doesn't know, obviously, because you're getting to know us, Mark is the resident metalhead. So, lifelong metalhead.
Yeah, I like to go see a lot of metal live. Any kind. Throw a genre out there. I'll probably have seen it or will see it. But we went to the show. It was great, and we came back. Traffic was kind of bad for that late at night, but it was late. And when we got home, and let me stop right there. We're going to a concert in San Antonio, which is a 5-hour drive the next night. I've taken some time off from work this week. And so the following night, we're going all the way down to San Antonio, Texas to watch the almighty Clutch play in concert with Corrosion of Conformity, right?
Clutch, yeah.
And so sleep is important. So we get home.
So first show is in Dallas?
Yep. Tuesday night.
First show's in Dallas, then you're going to San Antonio for second concert.
Wednesday night at the Aztec the Aztec Theater, which was a great venue, by the way. But we get home from Seven Dust, and we have 4 dogs, 2 Chihuahuas who are insignificant, and 2 French Bulldogs. I think you can see where this is going. 2 French Bulldogs, and the French Bulldogs who are significant to this story are Dennis and Lucy. And Lucy is a newer addition to the family, and they're all kenneled when we leave. They, it's just what they're used to. They've been in the kennel. So we come home, and Lucy, the furry, beautiful white French bulldog, has had exploding diarrhea.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome when you come in hungover from a long drive back from San Antonio after a concert.
Well, it wasn't San Antonio. This was Dallas, right? But
this is night one.
This is night one. And like I said, sleep is important, right? So we peel her out. We clean everything up. Okay. We give her a shower. This is a long-haired, I'll post a picture of her up, but this is a long-haired French bulldog. Okay. Fluffy, real fluffy. And, got shit all over it. Pardon my French. And we're washing it. The other French bulldog, Dennis, who's got FOMO like a motherfucker, dude. This dog, I call him a dude because that's what he is. But this dog has got fear of missing out like no other dog I've ever. So I'm giving Lucy a shower, and I'm taking a shower in the process because I'm covered in shit. And
So it's
And
automatically
Dennis is,
you. Are you the shit guy in your house? Is
yes, I
that the
wipe asses here at
you wipe
the
ass?
Casa
So
de
if a
Burton.
dog
Yeah.
has explosive diarrhea, there's no conversation between you and the wife. It's like clearly
No, when we go on a
you're on deck.
walk, we have to, when we go on a walk, we walk Dennis, and his butt has to be wiped after each number
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
And I'm that dude.
Yeah.
I'm the ass wiper in the
You're the ass wiper.
yeah, in the
That's
relationship.
amazing.
So I'm in the shower with
amazing.
Lucy. We're washing her off. Dennis is right outside we have a closing door. It's a glass door to our shower. And Dennis is sitting there going, am I going to get a bath? Literally just pissed that he's not getting one. And he never
Dude,
wants one. So we give
my
him a
dogs hate
shower.
baths. Like I can't even believe that he's like, what's going on here? That's
So
great.
he got his, and then Dennis also likes to be blow dried after his shower. You want to talk about a pampered ass dog, dude? I'm not even
Yeah,
lying.
dude. Yeah.
So
he's gonna be soft. You're raising a soft child. Yeah, you are.
But yeah, he we best part of the story, we go to bed finally. It's about 1:30, and I wake up about 3, and I'd had a lot to drink, for a little bit at least. So I had to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got to go to the bathroom,
And you're of that age. And you're of that age.
absolutely 50s.
We're not.
We're gonna have to get up in the middle of the night.
If I
Let's
didn't
go.
drink for 2 days and I went to sleep, I'd have to get up and piss in the middle of the night. So yeah, I get it. I get it.
Right. So
So you get up at 3.
Yep. And I go to the bathroom, and I come back, and I step in something, and it doesn't smell good. And it was another round, man. And she just shit everywhere, right by the door, by Dennis's cage, by my door, by my bedside. I mean, I just so yeah,
So
it was one of those. And then Jen had to get up. We had to clean it up. It smelled awful. I don't know if y'all ever smelled what comes out of the back end of a French bulldog. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. And
Yeah.
it was a long couple of days just from the fact that we weren't very well rested. But we had a great time. The mighty clutch on Wednesday night and Corrosion of Conformity was awesome. I mean, I'll definitely post up some video clip just because I took it, right? And I can. But yeah,
and
man,
you think
great
that
shows.
show was better than the 2 shows the 2 clutch shows I've seen?
I don't think it was better than the Caverns.
Okay.
But I really like the Aztec Theater. It was really cool and sounded
Yeah, the pictures
really
look cool.
Yeah.
The pictures look badass. So wait, so you get on the road the next day. So there's another round of shit cleaning. You leave the next day, drive to San Antonio, get there right before the show?
3:00. We left about 10.
Okay.
Had some stuff
And
to get up and do.
showtime is what? Showtime is what? So you go to the hotel? You go to a hotel, or you staying with family?
We got a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we stayed at the Aiden Hotel right down by the Riverwalk. We walked to the venue, walked back, stopped at Denny's. Remember when we stopped at Waffle House after Clutch at the Caverns?
Yeah. That's kind of a good tradition. When did you run into the lead singer? Because you told me.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
before the show?
Yeah,
so
when we got there, we
yeah,
checked into the hotel, and we were just like, let's go walk down the Riverwalk. Let's find out where the venue is, get our bearings. That way we know where we're going when we have to go. And so we drove down, we walked down to the theater. And as I'm walking through with Jen, there's a bus parked out to the side of the building. And I see a guy step out of the theater from kind of the back side, and he's got longer kind of, at this point at his age, maybe grayish, blondish, sandy kind of hair, long.
Yeah.
And the closer he got to me, I was like, that sure looks like Pepper Keenan from Corrosion of Conformity, right? And as he's kind of walking closer and closer, I'm like, yeah, that's him. If you don't know who he is, he's been in Corrosion Conformity forever. He's in the band Down. He's done a lot of other things. He tried out for Metallica once, I believe, in the some kind of monster video. I think he was trying out for the bass player job when they were replacing Jason Newsted back in the day. But I just kind of walked by him as he was walking by, and I recognized him, and Jen was obviously there, and I just said, "Hey, man, love your music, love you, man.
Yeah.
You're the band. You guys rock." You know?
Yeah, you're the I'm not gonna whip your ass guy. You are not that you will not go up to somebody other than hey, what's
No.
up? Thank you. Like you didn't
Yeah,
you
man.
probably
Like,
didn't even have to break
I
stride.
grew up on your shit. Like, I just
Yeah.
grew up on it. And
Yeah, Michael and I think it's crazy you've never met the members of Clutch, all the members, and that they don't know you because you probably well look, dude, you on this, I don't, people may think you're 5'4". You know what I mean? Like there's nobody has any sense of, how you're a very tall man with a very striking beard, and you have been to how many Clutch shows?
20, maybe more. Well, Jen and I have been to 7 together.
Wait, what? How many?
We've been to 7 Clutch shows together.
Oh, and I've been to 2 of those.
Right.
So I am not as inexperienced compared to Jen as I thought I was.
Yeah.
Because I would have told you she's been to 20 shows or something. But
She
what are
fans out like she's been, for sure.
your tally? What do you think you're up to?
I'd say at least 20.
Yeah. So, and you usually kind of get near the front. You're really easy to spot. Like I'm just surprised
Well,
that
Jen wears a shirt with Neil Fallon's face on it. It's a tank top.
Yeah.
And it's just got his face screaming on it, and he points at it almost every time we're at a show. So
and they kind of like in the cavern, they walk through the cavern to get to the stage. Like at some point you're gonna say, "Hey, but I know you," and you're just gonna be like, "I really like you guys, thanks." Like you're not even gonna be like, "Hey, man, like I follow your sets, and when it was COVID, we did the mail off thing." Like you're not gonna whip anybody's ass. You're very low key for a big, intimidating looking tall man, which is funny because if you were like, "Hey, man," he'd probably stop.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you'd be
yeah.
like,
I mean, you always think these guys are bigger, and then you finally meet them, and you just walk up to Pepper Keenan and go, "Hey, man, take a picture with me."
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, what would you have done when I ran into Lamb of God in the Richmond airport? What would you have just ignored them, or would you? I was sitting with them, like they were together around me, and when I was texting you, and I was like, I know these guys. Who are these guys? And you're like, dude, you're sitting with Lamb of God, and I was like, really? But I don't know, but I'm not at that point. Didn't know any of their songs. What would you have done there?
Probably walked up to him and gone, "Randy, guys, I love your shit. You guys rock. Thank you." And walk off.
Just walk away. Yeah, I get it. I feel the same way.
I don't want to be that. Oh my God.
I heard Dana Carvey on a podcast with David Spade, and he was like, if you come up to a celebrity, be specific. Like, don't come up and go, I love you and I love everything you do, because they can't, there's nothing for them to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, what is the response to, I love you, you guys are the best? It's just like, okay, like,
I love your shit.
You know what I mean? But like, hey man, this song on this album, or hey, when you were doing this, what was happening, or where did you cut this song, or where did you meet this person? He was just like, just try to be specific if you come up to it. Which I thought was really good advice. I don't know. I think I would panic if I saw somebody I was a super fan of and would just be like, I just think you're awesome. But I'm the same way you are. I just give them a nod, walk by, like, I know who you are, but I'm not.
Recognition, respect, but I'm not trying to fanboy on you.
There's a few people whose ass I would whip, but I can't off the top of my house. Like when we're watching something and Michael and I would be like, would you talk to that person at a restaurant? And some people I'm like, I would whip that dude's ass. Like I would interrupt that dude's meal. Like I think that would.
I could take him.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm okay if that guy's
Right.
Christian Bale. I would not get near. I feel like he would just start yelling at me. Yeah, but I don't. But like Paul Giamatti, I might be like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
I like
That's
you in private parts with Howard Stern. I'm a
right,
big
right. Yeah, which is great. So yeah, that's funny. I think we're both kind of the. I'm not whipping your ass. I know I saw you. I don't need a picture of it. I don't need to
no,
prove.
no,
We
no.
met each other. I shook your hand or whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was cool. We had a great time. Everything was safe, and the car ran good. Just got out of the shop, so everything was good. We had a great time. Um,
long 2 days.
it was a lot of driving. Jen had just been down to Austin a couple of days before that for a bachelor party, so she had been on the road back and forth quite a bit over a 5-day period. So
Bachelor party or bachelorette party?
a bachelorette party for her. Bachelor. I hosted a bachelor party. I can keep this
That
shit straight.
changes things dramatically if your wife went to a bachelor party.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
All
great.
right, folks, we got to pay the bills, and today's episode is brought to you by Shitty Tires. Are they good? No. Are they reliable? Also, no. But will they get you down the road a little? Absolutely. At Shitty Tires, they believe in only one thing: roundish rubber that kind of holds air. Got a slow leak? Perfect. Bald tread? Even better. Mismatched tires from 1997? You're basically a VIP customer here at Shitty Tires. With 10 convenient locations across the DFW area, there's always Shitty Tires nearby when your current tires finally give up the ghost, or honestly, before that. Their expert technicians will slap something on your rim, kick it once or twice, say that ought to do it, and send you back down into the world with just enough confidence to be dangerous. And don't forget their signature warranty. If it lasts longer than expected, that's on you. So next time you ride, your ride is sitting lower than your standard. Swing by Shitty Tires, because perfection is overrated, and getting there eventually is what really matters. Shitty Tires, they're tires.
Oh, thank you, Shitty Tires, for being a sponsor. That's fantastic.
10 locations. I go to the one in Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you threw a couple movies out which do meet the requirement. We're talking about one today. It was clearly on very high rotation on HBO. So that's kind of
Do you remember this
what we
movie?
specialize in, right? Because we're covering generally the late 70s to the early 90s with the stuff that we're talking about, whether it holds up or not, right? So this is 1980. I think, yeah, 1980.
Yep.
And and this was not. I didn't have HBO early. HBO was, you had some money if you had HBO when I was a kid, and it wasn't everywhere. So like you had to wait for your neighborhood to get cable, and we didn't get cable for a long time. So where I read, and you said that this was high rotation, like it's known for being one of the first high rotation movies on HBO.
Yep.
I never saw this. I either never saw it, or when I saw it, I caught parts of it that didn't make me want to stay on the movie. So I'm not saying it never swam by my screen, because it was probably on high rotation for years, but it was but Hollywood Nights was which is what we're talking about, was not one I remember.
Yeah. I remember it for maybe all of the right or wrong reasons, depending on what time you're living in.
Right.
You
Right.
know, a lot of this cast kind of went on to do something.
For sure.
I read up a little bit on the movie, and it it actually came out in the movie theater. This was at a time when there was no it went straight to DVD, straight to video, right?
No. This
It
was
was
in
a
the movie.
theatrical release.
It was a moderate success. They spent probably between marketing and filming it, what I read was $4 million. It made 10.
That's pretty
Like,
good.
it made money. Like,
Yeah.
it was a moderate success. It was not, anything other than that. So
It was also interesting to read because when this movie came up, we were talking about our dislike for, or maybe our, dislike for American Graffiti. And reading up on it, it says basically that it is a raunchier cousin of American Graffiti.
yeah, look, and people love American Graffiti, and I don't know. We said on one of these other ones of these, or maybe when we were just talking, that I don't get American Graffiti. It's
don't
not
either.
my youth, so there's probably a lot about it. I just don't get it. It's just I don't like the movie. But,
beyond our time, right?
yeah, but there's other stuff from that time period that I like, so I'm capable of putting myself in a time period. I just don't get why it's such a big deal. Maybe you had to be in the time American Graffiti came out to go, this is a different kind of movie where they're featuring kids in a way that, maybe it was like almost like we were talking about Stand By Me or something for us. Like maybe it was just of that moment, that movie was new and different and made sense. I don't like it. This is definitely American Graffiti. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah.
It was a shocker.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
My wife, we're watching this. My wife is like, what are we watching? And
I had that thought a lot.
Yeah, I bet. And she was like, and we'd watch Bachelor Party the week before. She was like, this is worse. And I was like, ooh, I don't think so. I don't know if this one's
okay. That'll be interesting when we do Bachelor Party.
Yeah. She was like, this is worse. This is, I mean, I think it was just the thinking of the men were so forward in movies back then. It was just, you know what I mean? It's a bit cringe.
In this movie.
Oh.
Like, it was a sexual harassment video for HR Train, dude. This is the craziest fucking movie. I also watched it with my wife because I was like, we got a couple coming up. We need to watch,
I'm like, ooh, watching this.
And she watched it. I mean, it was painful. To watch. It's Tony. I don't even know what it was about.
It's like a series of comedy sketches strung together. And it has like a couple of plot lines. Should we back up and talk about who's in the movie first?
They abandoned most of the plot lines though. It was fucking crazy, dude. Like, it was literally, I'm like, are they trying to save the drive-in? Like, and they're not. Like, there's no goal. Nothing's happening.
The goal is just to have a good time, I think.
We'll set the stage with this, because I think you're more qualified than me.
Okay, yeah, this movie's set on Halloween night, 1965. You've got a group in Beverly Hills. Let me just put it there. Beverly Hills, 1965. You've got Beverly High School. You've got this group, this car club kind of group in high school called the Hollywood Knights.
Right.
And they have this kind of home base called Tubby's Drive-In, and their slogan is "Home of the Big One." Right. And you got all these guys that hang out there, mechanics, high schoolers, just this kind of car culture type thing going on. And these Hollywood Knights are
everybody is a hot rod. All the cars are kick-ass. I'll give it that.
Cars.
Every
the cars
car
in this movie are
is
killer.
Kick-ass. That's totally, I get that part of it. So
they budgeted on cars. I'm guaranteeing a lot of that went to car rental, car whatever, right? But great cars. The cast is comprised of some young actors at the time. So, except for a couple. Okay, so Robert Wall is New Bomb Turk. He's probably one of the main characters, if not the main character. I don't think
Yeah.
I think he's got top billing. It's his first movie. Okay, he's playing a high school kid, and I looked it up. He's 28 years old, and that was the very first thing Jen said. Is like, he's not in high school, and neither is that guy or that guy or that guy. Right? They all look old.
Yeah.
For high schoolers.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yes.
Tony Danza is 29 in this movie.
Yeah.
And it's also one of his first movies. And then everybody else gets into
his first movie. It was Wall. Yeah. Both of their first movie and a couple other first movies.
Yep. But Fran Drescher was 20, I think 21 or 22 in this movie. And she was kind of one of New Bomb Turk, that's Robert Wall, is kind of, he's chasing everybody, but Fran Drescher's definitely one that he's chasing in this movie. Yeah. And then Michelle Pfeiffer is another, and probably goes on to have one of the better careers of anybody in this movie.
Gorgeous in this movie.
Oh man. 2 years later she's in Scarface.
Right.
She was her rocket was already blasting off at this point.
Yeah, De Palma scenes her in Grease 2, casts her in Scarface, and it's kind of off from there. I did read that the director, which is Floyd Muttrucks, he was the original director slated to direct Urban Cowboy, and Michelle Pfeiffer was going to be his sissy.
Oh, wow.
But then he got pulled off of that, and then he cast her in this. This is the movie he ended up getting instead of Urban Cowboy. So that's how Pfeiffer ends up going from, she's going to be sissy in Urban Cowboy, and ends up in this instead. So
she's
probably delayed her career a couple of years.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like we said, it's got some great actors in it. I can name a couple like I've seen in other movies. Sandy Helberg, he plays the cop who wants to draw his mustache on his face. He was in Up the Creek.
Yeah.
He played Dr. Schlotkin in Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in some stuff. He was kind of one that I recognized going back to this movie.
I knew him from just kind of a guy who shows up every once in a while.
Right. He's
I think he's from Oklahoma or Arkansas. Like he's from like a small little town.
Well, are we talking about the big guy or the skinny guy?
The big guy.
I'm talking about the skinny guy.
Oh, I didn't know him. I didn't recognize him at all, and I didn't look him up at all.
Yeah, the big guy is Galliard. They're
two cops,
Sartain.
Right? Yeah, we're talking about the two cops who were chasing the Hollywood Nights motorcycle club gang around, where hilarity ensues, I guess.
These two cops
they're throughout the whole film.
They're the moderators of their shenanigans, if you will. They're which is a bit overkill. The cops are kind of dicks, and I think that's just a typical portrayer. Like all of the lines in this movie are like, your ass is grass and I'll be the lawnmower, are very old sounding. Like it was a weird thing, especially from but the bigger cop, the kind of heavier set, Galliard Sartain, has been in a lot of stuff.
He was the guy who I was like, I think he's from a little theater company somewhere in the Midwest or in Oklahoma or Arkansas.
Tulsa, I believe.
Yeah, Tulsa. Yeah. So neat guy, and some cool stuff. Funny.
Yeah. I think he's really good at playing in kind of an a-hole. He was in a movie called The Real McCoy with Kim Basinger and Val Kilmer, where she's a safe cracker. That's kind of a deep cut movie. He was a parole officer in that. He's been in some stuff. I mean, you just kind of see him sprinkled in. But yeah, it's hard to talk about the movie because you're right. There's no plot.
There's no plot. They kind of set it up. So they set the movie up as there's this car club, whatever the fuck they are, group of guys. Right. They're a gang. They all wear leather jackets or like Letterman jackets, and it's very there's a the drive-in that we referenced, they're
Tubbies.
Hubbies, they're gonna it's the last night it's gonna be open, and the city's trying to shut it down because they're gonna build these condos or something in Beverly Hills. So then you're like, okay, so they're going to save the drive-in, but that never happens, and nobody tries to save the drive-in. They're just all going to meet up there. And then you're like, they're going to stop the condo from being built. Like they're going to interrupt that because they at one point show up at the country club where all these people are celebrating the fact that the drive-in is going to be shut down. And then you've got um I just it just doesn't nothing fucking makes sense. It's all building to that, and then that never happens. And there's pledges in the fraternity who all have to
Yes.
meet up at the drive-in at the last. So it's not even a fraternity, they're pledging this club, and you're just
Yeah, and
kind of
they're
like,
it's the pledging too is that mission where they've got to get to the radio station and they have the Hollywood Knights names announced on the radio, and I'm like, what's the purpose? What is the
right.
I mean, what are
Yeah.
we doing?
And by the way, this is a group fucking they're talking about this gang like, hey man, everybody loves being in the Hollywood Nights. And I remember when I first pledged the
My
Hollywood
dad was
Nights,
a
and these
knight.
guys,
Yeah.
yeah, and these guys are legends, and not one of them has a girlfriend. They're the most obnoxious people I've ever seen. Like, who wants to be in this club? Like, this is the most, they act like they're cool, but there's nothing cool about them. Their cars are cool as shit,
Right.
but they don't do anything. They go like take pictures of girls bathing topless at pools, and they prank the police department. They just kind of like wreak havoc. At one point, Robert Wells like farting in a microphone at a school assembly, but like nothing where what they're doing doesn't make sense. There's not anywhere they're going. It's just there's a relationship between Michelle Pfeiffer and Tony Danza that's just kind of a
It's
nothing, but it
it's
almost
the
feels like
only
it's
serious acting in the movie too, other than maybe that Jimmy guy that's going off to Vietnam, which is another plot.
which is another weird thing.
Weird.
The head of the gang is about to go to Vietnam, and that's a weird. They try to get serious about that, but the Tony Danza Michelle Pfeiffer thing feels like it's part of another movie. They're never all together. They're never the chaos of the nights and this crazy night where they're playing all these pranks and doing all this stupid shit for no reason that nothing ever happens. Uh, they're never with Tony Danza and Michelle Pfeiffer. Like they're not the gang is never all together. There's like this group that's causing chaos. Tony Danza's somebody in the gang, I
Dude,
guess. He's got
his,
the
his
coolest
name is
car.
Duke, and he shows up, he drops Michelle Pfeiffer off. They argue before he drops him off. He leaves. He comes back. They have a couple of lines of good dialogue where they're, hey, and then all of a sudden it gets serious again, and they have another argument, and he leaves, and then he comes back. It's just like, dude, what is this?
Nothing fucking happens, man.
What
They just
is
stand there
this
like, so you're
fucking
going to be an
movie,
actress
dude?
and leave me here working at the body shop. You're never going to be an actor. It's fucking awful. And I'll tell you one of the only, I looked at a lot of trivia on this, and there is a fair amount. The only really interesting trivia to me was they filmed at night, they filmed during winter.
Ooh.
So to keep their breath from showing, all the actors held ice in their mouth right before their scenes and then would spit it out and then give their dialogue because it was so cold, but it's not supposed to be that cold.
Damn.
Which I didn't even know you could do. Like that's kind of like an old school trick. So I was like, well, that's kind of cool that this dude, who the director is the writer, okay? And this is definitely I've not seen a worse movie. Like I'm not saying it's the worst, I'm not saying it's the worst movie. I'm not. I'm saying
Oh, we've
among the
seen.
worst movies, it's in there, no question.
Yes,
Like,
dude.
like no question. Like the dialogue is awful. The acting is awful. The writing is awful. The women are beautiful. The
Oh
cars
yeah,
are beautiful, and the soundtrack is
is awesome.
every hit you ever thought of from the 50s made it onto this. When it opened with the Beach Boys, I was like, well, the Beach Boys gave the
Yeah.
rights to their songs to this movie. Maybe it's pretty good. Like, I don't know how the Beach Boys were like, you can use our song. Like, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. It was brutal.
It's a brutal
The
watch.
only saving grace was there's no long scenes. So it just keeps jumping around so much that you're not like having to sit through some painful scene. At least it's a new painful scene every time that they stack garbage in front of a door. So when a police officer comes
Oh
out of the
yeah.
bathroom, that he falls. The pile of garbage is 2 feet tall and he doesn't see it and he's covered in trash. It's the worst goddamn movie, Mark. I couldn't believe how bad this movie was. Um, and I couldn't believe I watched the whole thing. And Michael watched the whole thing with me. Like we watched the movie, and I was like, I know. I mean, I have a pretty high tolerance for bad movies. I like a lot of bad movies. This
Right.
could have been a
A
movie
likable
that was
bad
bad
movie.
that I liked. It kicks off. It definitely kicks off from a tone standpoint, although it misses on everything it's trying to do. It there is no Porky's without
That's
this.
exactly where I was going with this
There,
too.
yeah, you don't get Revenge of the Nerds, and you don't get Porky's, and you don't get that whole raunchy series of movies that, again, I haven't rewatched or checked to see if any of those hold up. I gotta quit saying rewatched because somebody has a podcast called something like that. But anyway, I in my heart, I believe when we revisit those, I'm probably gonna like some of them and go, hey, like I can go of that time that was okay,
This one,
but
yeah.
this one was just purely bad, like purely bad. And I mean, I am. We are Gen X. I am very comfortable with raunchy sexual harassment.
Same.
We grew up with it. It probably wasn't right when we saw it, but it was
Right.
kind of what you had, right? It was just kind of the relationship that they showed in these kind of R comedies. Um, uh, this was just awful. Like nothing about it. I don't know how it got made. I don't know how people went to it. I saw an interview. I watched an interview with Robert Wool talking about like people stop me a lot about this. Fathers and sons watch this movie together and laugh. Where? Who? What? Like, dude, I, I don't know. I mean, it was
It's
so
atrociously bad.
yeah, yeah.
It's Buckaroo Banzai bad.
Worse.
Yeah.
Maybe for you it was like Buckaroo Banzai is confusing but they're trying something.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like
There's no point to this
there's
movie.
a point. It's
Yeah.
confusing, but people are trying. Somebody wrote it, this guy who wrote and directed this, who by the way writes Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh yeah, that's a dark
He
ass
writes
movie.
American Me.
Yeah, another dark
Like
movie.
the dude, and I don't even know if I like those movies that much, but I'm just saying, like, this guy isn't like he's from Houston. He goes and he's in Second City, this Floyd Mutrox. He has a good Hollywood career. Like this guy has a successful Hollywood career as a writer and director. Nothing that I saw looked like it was this out of the park hit, but he's associated with some movies that are kind of iconic. A lot around the LA scene. Clearly, the guy really would come in and write about LA because I think Blood In, Blood Out is LA, American Me is LA.
Oh, yeah.
This is LA, Beverly Hills.
Gangs,
So he kind of, huh?
Gangs, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like he clearly like had a career, an interesting career. But you look at this and you're like, this is your sense of humor, dude. Like you wrote this fucking thing, and this is the dumbest fucking movie pile of shit.
Jen was like, you need to be very careful when you talk about this movie. And I was like, don't worry, it's not getting any praises from me. Like,
No, I don't.
there's
Not one. Again,
no,
very pretty girls.
oh, yeah,
It had the obligatory, which I don't think people understand, is like R meant nudity. Like you couldn't have a rated R movie and nudity. Like in the 80s, if you went to a rated R movie and there
you were going to
wasn't
see some
nudity,
skin.
you'd be like, I didn't come here for the F word.
No, I came here for the
I
skin.
came here to R meant nudity. Like
Yes.
just some nudity, not exploitive and not necessarily like, but R was guaranteed in the 80s to have nudity. Like that was just, if it was going to be R, it had to have that. Movies that didn't need it would have. Blue Thunder has nudity. You know what I mean? Like
The Terminator didn't need nudity, and it's got it, right?
right.
Like,
Yeah, like movies that just don't, you just had to be like, at some point, a woman has to have her top off if it's rated R, or people are going to revolt. Like
It's true.
literally, like
Yeah,
it's
it's
100% true. Like that's what R meant. If it wasn't PG, because a lot of the 80s, there's no PG-13. If it wasn't PG, it was R, and R meant it's R because there's some nudity in it,
right.
which made every young guy want to see it, and every dad want to go see a rated R movie, I would guess. But yeah, man, it's fucking, and the women that they have, the beautiful women in this, and those scenes are great. Also cringy with, it's people spying on people and
Can we
all
talk about
the all naked pool party that the high school kids are having.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. And
Yeah,
then, dude, that's so crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
The lady that's
was-
trying to cheat on her husband in the car and in the park.
I thought they were married.
No,
Okay, I'm like, why is this married couple constantly fooling around?
no, they're cheating on their spouses, and
There's no point to that.
no.
They just keep showing you this older couple trying to have sex and getting interrupted by a nerd the whole time, but they don't have anything to do with the plot.
Right.
They are not related to the movie in any way I could
No.
tell. I mean, yeah, like one's an administrator or what, like there is a thing, but like they don't move the story in any way. They're no part of the movie other
Except
than
for the
these
sex or the
5
trying to get
scenes
away
where-
from,
yeah.
that, and then I think their initial point is that they were responsible for laying the condos or that business district over where Tubby's was going to stand. That's it.
Like, man, like I don't get anything about this
No,
at all.
And I realize now that, when I was a kid, I think when I saw this, and I assure you my parents were not around when this popped up on HBO.
There's no
But
chance.
no. But it just it was all that slapsticky stuff that it did, I think, that made me think it was funny, and they were all giggling, and obviously the girls and all that stuff. But
If you're
God,
really
it is
young
a
and it looks like
dumpster
a
fire
party,
of a movie.
yeah. I could see when you're you're a young kid,
Yeah.
if you're catching this when you're not supposed to catch it, you're like, these
Right.
people look like they're having fun. It is definitely 12-year-old humor with adult level situations.
Raunchiness. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's just, yeah. I literally couldn't believe it. Was just like, this is insane. It made me wonder, like, are the other raunchy things from this time going to be this bad? I don't think they are going to be.
I don't
this
think
is-
so either. This one was
Yeah.
horrible. Like, I just, yeah.
Yeah, and then I looked that it was like the car culture piece of it. So this is like a big car culture movie. The car is interesting. Tony Danza drives apparently a very famous car that was Hot Rod Magazine bought it. It's a 1957 Chevy 210, and it becomes, this magazine is known for this project car, and subscribers write in and go, we want you to do this to it. So even to this day, this car is being modified. So the car has been modified indefinitely, I think since 80. Or no, it came out in 65. The movie takes place in 1965.
Right.
The car's history starts in 1965. But up until today, the Project X car, which is now owned by Motor Trend because they absorbed the smaller magazine. They're still modifying it. They made it electric a few years ago, and in the car community got outraged, and they switched back to gasoline, but they'll plug different transmissions and engines into this thing and just run it. It's like an iconic car, and it's Tony Danza's car. So in the movie, so that part of it was cool, but you barely see the car. There's actually a scene where they race. He races a Cobra and gets beat, kind of. But they blew the transmission. Smoke comes out of the front of the car. The car was dead after that moment. They killed the car filming the movie. So they're dragging, they're going down the main drag racing, and you can see this smoke cloud burst across the top of the car. That's when they blew the transmission. The car was non-functional after that point. Which car guys are kind of like, well, the Cobra would have beat that car anyway. And he kind of loses, but they don't really do anything about the end of the race. Like there's no stakes. They're they're not racing for pink slips.
I love how those two dudes driving that Cobra are Asian.
Yeah.
I think they're Asian. It's very Better Off Dead. Lane by the kid from Green Bay. I mean, just that whole, it just felt like that, but just an earlier version of it.
Every racial stereotype is in effect. Yeah, it's I mean, I'll say it. Well, I don't even know what to say, because
you can't.
Can a movie that never held up hold up? Like, can you? I mean, obviously, no, it doesn't hold up. Probably just for how it treats people and how it does. I just, it was probably bad then, but shit, man, like fucking don't see it. If you do not see this movie, is what I would say. This does not hold up. Do not waste your time. It's awful.
If you're a lady,
if you want really to see some nudity, if you want to see nudity, it happens within the first 5 minutes of it being on. You can just turn it off right after that.
It don't take long.
And there's nothing. You've seen it. You know, you're done. Like it's
no need to watch any more of it.
Something they're calling something they're calling a movie happens briefly after the nudity and for way too long. So you know, if you want to stick with it after that, it's an awful movie. But I hope there's not a ton of these, or maybe I hope it was fun to see and kind of go, well, finally one there's no question I dislike this, but I was like, he's not going to like this either. Like we're not going to be disagreeing. You know? Like I didn't think you were going to get on and be like, dude, you didn't like it? Like
no,
Jen and I watched it 3 times.
We loved it.
Yeah. Where is this hate coming from for Tony Danza, who fucking is already had a season of Taxi come out, just wrapped season 2. Tony Danza is established.
Yeah.
How did this movie not kill his career?
I don't know, dude.
I have no idea. Now, it's his first movie, and he doesn't really end up with much of a movie career, so maybe it did kill his movie career.
Going Ape was right after this.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah. So, but how it didn't hurt Fran Drescher, Michelle Pfeiffer, Robert Wool, who, you know, continues to, he's a fixture on HBO really in the 80s between Arliss and there was some history class show that he taught.
Durham. He was really nice job in Bull Durham.
He's in Batman. He's in Batman. Tim Burton Batman, right?
How does Robert Wall get the lead in that movie?
Right? What's that?
How does Robert Wall get the lead in that movie? I mean, it's a 28-year-old high school. I mean, just dude, he's old.
Awful in every way. Can't say it enough.
Yeah, so. I'm going to say it. This is a turd movie. The fact that I even recommended this movie to watch is embarrassing.
You suggested we look at it. I agree.
Yeah. Like
we should look at stuff that was in high rotation on HBO, because that's a lot of what this is about. What we watched as kids. Absolutely worth taking a look at. But fuck, dude,
it's bad. It's so bad. And I'm sitting there watching it a lot like you with Jen, you know, my wife at home, and she just looking at me like, this is a sexual harassment video. 90 minutes. Yeah. Like that's all this is. This is awful. And I'm like, yeah. Did I giggle at 1 or 2 things?
I did.
Yeah. but the rest of it was just, you know,
Yeah, it's 200 bits. It's
yes,
200 comedy bits. Yeah, 2 were funny.
yep,
I'll give you. There
right.
was a couple where I went, "That's funny." Like,
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean, the ratio's bad
yeah. There
because
was a
they're
lot of,
trying a lot.
yeah. And can someone explain to me? I understand it was 1965. Motown was hot, but it felt like they had doo-woppers out on the street in Beverly Hills. Those doo-wop group out there, which
Yeah, but
TK,
remember they would tell you that they were in Watts.
right?
If it was the doo-wop they
That's
would,
right.
there's
Yeah,
the Beverly Hills scenes, and then anytime there was an African American on screen, they were catering the event at the Beverly Hills country club or whatever, or if they were just in the city, they were in Watts.
right.
Like, it's every bad fucking awful stereotype. One of the African American guys in there, I love. The Thing is probably my
TK
favorite
Carter.
movie.
Yep.
He's in The Thing.
He's in Seems Like Old Times.
Seems
Yeah.
Like Old Times. He was a stand-up comedian. Actually, is where he got some of his
Start.
recognition. So,
Yep.
like, there's some people in it, and some of these people go on to have fairly significant careers. I mean, you can't argue Michelle Pfeiffer's not a super movie star, but fuck, dude. I don't know how anyone survived. And I'll tell you, it's a pretty big cast. Most of them did not survive this movie
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people in this movie. There's a Rob Lowe starter kit is this dude's big brother. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
It's like Neanderthal Rob Lowe.
Big
fucking
forehead, bro.
Big forehead, dude. I was like, Michael and I were both like, that guy looks a lot like Rob Lowe if he was fucking a monster. Yeah. 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 So, and he stays in that genre. I'm like, look that dude up, whoever he is, and then like everything's just like, hot women on the beat, whatever the fuck title would be. But yeah, I think it probably wrecked some, dreams that people had. But
Yeah,
I don't
Fran
know. Made
Drescher
money.
became the nanny.
Yeah, yeah. Much later.
Yeah. Yes.
Nobody. I don't think this ended up being this legendary thing for, you know what I mean? Like, I think this probably stalled some people out. But you'll again, don't see it. I was about to be like, you'll recognize some people if you watch this. Do not
Don't watch it. Don't watch it. And just while we're here, we can talk about what this movie was up against in 1980. So this was a movie release, okay?
Yeah.
It was a movie release, and what it was up against, hang on one second, 1980 was, so it was going up against The Empire Strikes Back, The Gong Show, the movie, which may be something we have to watch at some point. The Shining.
Oh.
So
one of my daughter's favorites.
Heavy hitters. The Empire Strikes Back for sure. Friday the 13th, the original Friday the 13th, that had a really great month in May of 1980 at the top. And then we should do this one, The Long Riders. Do you remember that movie?
Do I remember that movie? I love that movie.
Let's go.
That's all the
so
brothers,
good.
dude. It's the Keach brothers. It's the
Yes.
Carradine brothers. The Quaid brothers.
Yes.
Right? Is that the other?
It's the
Are the Quaid in it?
Carradines.
It's the Keaches and the Carradines.
Keaches. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to look at that, man. That is I remember it is one of the best Westerns. I would tell you
It's
it
so
is top 10 Westerns for me. Maybe a little higher if we go. If we
It's
hold
been a
up
long time
if we
since I've
hold up
watched
this thing, it may not get there. I may feel differently, but my memory of it, I would say, absolutely top 10 Westerns I've ever seen.
It's so
yeah.
good. When I saw that on the list, I was like, oh.
But I saw that on cable too, right? We're talking about 1980, where you and I are still not in movie theater seeing this stuff. This is
No, this is was on TV or
flew by you on HBO. So
yeah.
But like I said, this goddamn movie is so bad. even when I was a kid, if I had caught it and it was just the running, or like I would have only stuck with it for the nudity.
Right.
As a kid watching HBO.
Yeah.
Like,
Farting.
so is it fair to say you don't believe this movie held up, Mark?
This movie, absolutely, 100%. Never did, never will hold up. This is a stinker. Don't watch it. David and I agree. This movie stinks. It sucks. You like looking at cars, and
there's other movies for cars and women. There's
agreed. Don't watch
other
this
places.
movie. Don't watch this movie. It's just not worth it.
You don't have to do this, dude.
No,
Like, you know,
don't do it to yourself.
Any good thing in this movie is in lots of other movies.
Yes,
Just
Jen's comment was, as I dropped about 4 or 5 IQ points after watching that. It's awful.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
The one-handed violin player was one that got me.
Dude. I don't know.
It wasn't much. It wasn't much.
No. There wasn't much here at all. So makes it tough to do one of these, right? When it's there's
I'm surprised we've gotten this to 56 minutes.
Yeah, because there's no redeeming quality. Like that's the weird thing about it. Like, it was tough coming in because, like, there's some interesting trivia, but the fucking movie is awful. So it was just like, I guess we're just gonna talk. I mean, someone gonna listen to us talk long about a movie we're saying they should never see. Like, I can't. There are going to be movies that I don't like and don't think hold up that still are worth watching, but I may just go like, hey, that doesn't hold. Like, it's not where it's at. This is the first one where it's like, stay away from it.
Yep.
You're wasting your time. You're making somebody 5 cents every time someone watches this movie. I mean, somebody's like, don't
We're
do
doing
it.
We're doing you a service. We did it, so you don't have to.
Right. Like Crawl, if we were to do Crawl, might be so bad, but I'm like, check it out just to see how bad this movie is, dude. But there's no chance.
Fire Mares. You couldn't come up with something better than Fire Mares. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, so that'll be a fun one. That's people love Crawl. Like, I insult Kroll all the time, and I can't tell you how often people will be like, hey man, like, I really like Kroll. And I'm just like, fuck, okay. Anyway, we appreciate you being here and listening to us on this one, especially since it's such a shitty movie. But, we appreciate your time, and I don't know when you're watching it. Have a good afternoon, have a good night. We appreciate you being here and supporting the channel and watching us.
Yeah, what he said. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate everybody who likes, subscribes, that thing you do either at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the video, hopefully. We appreciate it. Have a great week. We'll see you on the next one.
Have a great week. See you next week. Bye.
All right, we're done.
The hold up, Mark and Dave.